Joining us now, DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. Secretary, it's great to see you. What's your reaction to this? So the firepower is ramping up. The USS Gerald Ford just arrived in waters near Latin America. Can you tell us what's coming in the war on drugs and what's coming for Venezuela? Because several destroyers are equipped with Tomahawk missiles. We think the Gerald Ford can carry 60 aircraft. What's going to happen?
No, absolutely. And Secretary Hegseth has done a remarkable job, really brilliant planning and strategy on this. But I have to say, it is remarkable to see a bunch of Democrats sitting around and criticizing President Trump for actually showing leadership on this issue and not sitting idly by as tens of thousands of Americans are dying from fentanyl and from lethal drugs that foreign terrorist organizations funnel into our country. But as far as what is actually going on the ground, starting January 20th of 2025, that border was secure. The fentanyl trafficked through our southern border has dropped 54%. So that has forced those cartels to go through our maritime borders. About 80% of fentanyl trafficking today is happening through our maritime borders. But what President Trump and Secretary Hegseth are doing is they're thwarting those. They're creating a massive deterrence through these targeted kinetic strikes against these drug boats. These are high intelligence and highly kinetic strikes, Liz.
Okay, so let's show the numbers. It's shocking. The number of Americans who've died since 2021 through last year from drug overdoses. It's more than 500,000 people. That's equal to the population of Atlanta. We've lost the population of Atlanta, Miami, or Omaha, Nebraska from drug overdoses, 276,000 from fentanyl and synthetic opioid overdoses, 105,000 from cocaine, 133,000 from methamphetamine, just those three classes of drugs. Can you talk to us about the worst of the worst that DHS, ICE, CBP are removing from the streets of America? Because, you know, we hear Democrats hair splitting. Oh, this, you know, it's Venezuela is about cocaine trafficking. We just show the numbers. It's tens of thousands of Americans dying under the Biden White House from drugs.
Oh, absolutely, Liz. Keep in mind as well, Homeland Security also has the U.S. Coast Guard in it. They had the largest seizure of cocaine in its history, and Secretary Noma also oversees that. But as far as in the interior of our country, when those drugs are actually make it into the interior, what we're doing is highly targeted operations against drug traffickers, against gangs like MS-13, Tren de Aragua that enrich themselves through this drug trafficking. I mean, alone in this country, we've arrested 3,500 known members of Tren de Aragua. And those people enrich themselves not just through drug trafficking, as we're talking about, but also through sex trafficking of young, vulnerable women. And that's exactly who Secretary Noem is focused on getting out of this country and making sure that there aren't families who are broken from this drug crisis that's fueled in our country.
It's shocking. We've lost the equivalent of the population of Miami or Omaha, I'll say it again, or Atlanta, Georgia, to the drug crisis, to drug overdoses since 2021 under the Biden White House. Tricia McLaughlin, Secretary, thank you so much.